Good morning. Welcome to Forge from Iron. That's Andy. That's Steve. I'm Duke, and this is extra time. This is our condensed version of a preview for tonight's game versus Larnaca in the Europa Conference League. It's running across the bottom there. I'm learning new buttons and stuff. It's all good.
Oh,
Andy, how are you, my man? Are you well?
I'm buzzing, mate. You're gonna be a few rows below me tonight at the London Stadium.
I'm going to be harassing the away fans. My daughter
Logan's
did.
gonna love it,
Oh,
innit?
he won't know what to do. Grace has already mentioned to me that she hopes it's not like the Anderlecht game with flares and chairs. So I've said to
They'll probably take them off me this time. Sorry.
her, "You bloody nightmare." Steve, are you well?
yeah, I'm good. Yeah, another day in the glorious life of being a West Ham supporter.
Yeah, well.
I thought you was going to say being retired, Steve.
Well, there is that as well. No, that's really good. That's very good, in fact.
Well, there's a reason you're not going tonight, Steve, isn't there? Why are you not going tonight?
Because I'm playing golf in the morning.
You're playing golf very early in the morning, I
Yeah,
understand.
8:15 tomorrow.
It's not very early. I'll be cleaning at that point. What's the matter with you?
It's only when you're retired, mate. No, to be honest with you, I don't have a lot of interest in it tonight. I expect us to win. I expect.
Well, why are you on this fucking stream then? I'm joking.
No. Oh, everybody's a critic. I expect us to win. I expect us to do it very comfortably, and I expect there to be the standard platitudes of great for West Ham. We've made quarterfinals 2 seasons on the trot. Aren't we doing well? Everything's rosy in the gardens. What are you moaning about? And so rather than getting myself really wound up with it all, I thought I'd sit here with a cup of coffee and watch it on telly.
You know what, Steve? I came on this stream absolutely buzzing. You've just absolutely fucking buzzed it. Thank you for that. I now feel like...
At least he talks sense. At least he talks sense.
Yeah, he's not nonsense like you and me.
Yeah.
Listen, before I carry on, please like, comment, share on this stream. It does us a big favour when these go out goes further afield. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Hit the bell icon. And you'll be notified when we upload stuff like this, and Gatesy and I do the other live shows and stuff. And also,
and obviously on Twitter as well when we retweet it.
Hold up, look along the bottom here. If you hold your horses a second, boyo, I've got some bits going across the bottom, which is our social media.
But people might not be able to read.
We're not all you. All right? We're not all you, Margie.
You can't read, but please write a comment on Twitter.
No, they know how to retweet. They know how to retweet. You just press the fucking button.
It's a button, isn't it? So, as I say,
don't feel bad about it at all. It's no offence whatsoever.
That's the 50 subscribers we've gained all gone out the window now.
Yeah.
Right, as we say, we're here, guys, to discuss the Conference League tie tonight against Larnaca. We're currently 2-0 up on aggregate. Andy, before we get into potential lineups, foregone conclusion, would you say, or are you a little bit kind of nervy, depending on how
well, the way I see it is, I love playing the first leg away from home. It's because you can potentially get the job done, and they've got to go for it now. Normally, when we say if it was the first leg, obviously at home, they'll probably try and keep it tight and obviously go back to their ground. But they've got to go for it now. There's no point in sitting back. So I think this is going to play into our hands. And from my indication, a strong 11. If the front four or whatever we're going to go down, if they can't cause any damage, then I'm fucking concerned.
Yeah, slightly concerned that they can't score goals against what is essentially a League One lower end.
I think you're being quite nice, to be fair.
It's got Kidderminster written all over it again, Steve. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, let's be honest. We should win comfortably tonight, or we should get through comfortably. But this is West Ham, and stranger things have happened. And we go back to the Kidderminster game we watched in your pub, Duke. I mean, that was a performance for the ages. It was so bad.
I was fucking there.
Yeah, I was unreal, wasn't it? But
It took our best player
yeah,
to come on and do a job, didn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, the only thing I want to see tonight is Skamaka starting, because I think Moyes' treatment of Skamaka has been very shoddy. I mean, Gonzo said it on Hammer's chat, hasn't he? Moyes goes on about Skamaka's stats. Well, hang on a minute, but Thomas Souček gets us past. I actually feel sorry for Thomas Souček because Moyes has actually driven all the things he gave to the game out of him.
Well, I don't even think it's just that, mate. I think he's making him a scapegoat as well with the way that Moyes wants to play. I think it's making Skamaka. He's making Skamaka draw the ire of the fans. You know what I mean? It's the fans are. Listen, we know Souček's game. We knew Souček's game for 18 months before Declan Rice and David Moyes decided to change the dynamic of that midfield partnership, and because of that, you know, Souček's stats have gone downhill. But he's also now facing the wrath of the fans as being the one that we're picking out on. But that's only because of the way Moyes sets up and the way Moyes wants
entirely.
to play. You know, so you can't. As far as I'm concerned, I feel sorry for Thomas Souček because he's being made a scapegoat by not by the fans, by Moyes. The fans are angry and rightly so because of the way Souček has been, but that's not his game. And I do feel for him. I'll tell you what then. Let's hit your 11s. I don't know whether you boys have had a chance to sit down and think about it. I mean, I picked mine last night, and in 24 hours, not even 24 hours later, 12 hours later, I've decided I'm going to make a couple of changes to personnel in my lineup. Andy, I'll start with you. We'll start with a defensive side of things. What's your formation?
It's a 3-4-3.
Oh, you're going 3-4-3. Okay, start with your keeper and your
Do you
back
know what?
three.
I can see Heggie playing in goal tonight because he was mentioning in the conference he's got his first call up for Hungary, and I reckon Moyes might risk him tonight. I really do.
Yeah.
If Ariola's on the bench, like if he has a fucking mare, obviously he's using a sub, but he can obviously change it. I know.
Well, he don't like using all these subs, so it won't matter anyway. They'll still leave us with 4.
But I still think he might get the nod tonight.
Fair. And your back three?
My back three would be Johnson, Ogbonna, and Creswell.
Yeah.
He said he's going to do strong, but I reckon the other 7 will be strong. I think you can. That's what I reckon.
So that's your back. That's your I suppose defensive side of things. Steve, what formation would you play?
It's difficult, isn't it? Because I don't think it has much to do about formation. It's how the players are deployed within that formation. And if you can play 4-4-2, you can play 5-5-3-1, you can do whatever you like. But if you sit 8 players behind the ball, it's going to make no damn difference. I'd go 4-4-2 if it was my shout. And I'd try and I'd say to the players out there, because I would play far from a strong team, see how many you can put past this lot, show me what you got, make me think about you in contention for the next game.
Fair. All right. So what was your formation, sorry?
4-4-2 for me.
4-4-2. Okay, give me your keeper and your back 4 then.
Okay, well, actually, I think it's a good shout on the keeper by Andy. I think I'd start him. Right back. Oh, blimey, now we're struggling, aren't we?
You chose it.
Yeah. I'd have Kerr at right back because that's a game he can be absolutely awful in and it doesn't matter. Johnson and Cressy as centre back. Oh no, not Cressy as centre back. Johnson and Ogbonna centre backs. Cressy left back.
Fair. Fair. I'll keep mine till the end because obviously people that would have seen the live last night or watched it back would have seen mine. So I'll give it a quick run through at the end. So Andy, you've gone 3-4-3. What's your midfield?
No, I'm going to do 3-5-2 with a number 10. I've
Oh,
changed
so
it
you're
now.
going 3-5-2. Okay. So what's your midfield 5 then, including your 10?
Yeah, so right mid Bowen,
Right.
Fornals and Lanzini in the middle,
Yep.
Cornet on the left, and Ben Rahman the number 10.
Oh, it's very, very attacking in that midfield 5. Christ. I don't know whether it'll be aroused or scared. I'm not going to lie. Steve, your midfield 4 then, in what shape? Are you going diamond? Are you going straight 4 across the middle? What are we doing?
Straight 4. That's
Right, okay, go on.
You're going back to a man who learnt his football tactics in the 70s. So, I mean, there's not...
So, Brian Clough. Right, okay, go on.
There's really not a lot of variation in what I do. Bowen on the right, Downs and Lanzini in the middle, Cornet on the left.
Downs is suspended.
Steve-O.
In which case, that to be Fornals, won't it?
So, Fornals and Lanzini, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then who on the left, sorry?
Cornet.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it. I get it. I understand it. Andy, your 2 strikers.
Danny Ings and Skamaka.
He's going big.
We've got 17 days off, right? They can't say they're knackered, can they?
Yeah, yeah, that's fair enough. Steve, your 2?
I give the young lad from the under-21s a chance. That's Mbama, isn't it? And
Yeah, Divine Mbama, yeah.
And I'll put him alongside Skamaka.
So a 4-4-2 and a 3-5-2 with a 10, Andy, yeah?
Yeah, Ben Rama in the 10.
Right. Quickly run through mine because, as I say, people would have seen my team from yesterday. I actually want to go 4-2-2-2 and not just a straight line of 2s.
Yeah.
You know,
Christmas tree.
Not even that, mate. It's more like an octagon, if you will, in a way.
Yeah.
So you've got your 2 strikers, and then your 2 attacking midfielders would be where the palms of my hands are, and then where my fingers are down to the palms of my hands would be the shape for the way I do it. So it would come out like that. So my back four would be Johnson, Kera, Oggy, and Cresswell across the back. As I say, I've probably made a couple of changes to my team last night. I actually said Areola last night off the back of having so much time off, but I'm now swaying towards Heggie being the starting keeper with Areola on the bench, but only one keeper on the bench and making the most of having a few kids on there. As I said last night, I'd actually probably go with, you can have 9 subs. So you've got your goalkeeper there would be Areola, which gives you 4. I'd actually go 4 youngsters and 4 senior, just to break it up. My back 4 would be Johnson, Kera, Oggy, and Cresswell. My holding 2, if you would want to call them a holding 2, but they necessarily wouldn't be. They'd actually have free reign. Would be Lanzini and Fornals, so much the same as you boys have said.
Yeah.
My attacking left would be Cornet.
Yeah.
My attacking right would be Cornet. My attacking left would be Ben Rama.
Nice.
And then I'd actually do Mubama and Skamaka up front because I actually, no disrespect to Danny Ings, I know that there's a distinct possibility that Skamaka will be leaving come the summer if Moyes stays. I actually do believe that those 2 could be the future of our forward line. Big man, little man. They're both, but they're both still relatively young. I think Skamaka's only 24, 23, 24.
Yeah.
Obama's 19, 20, 21. So
he's 18, isn't he?
Is he even younger than that? So again, you see what I mean? They've got the prospect of these 2 being the main strike partnership for a good number of years. So I'd actually take that all day long. And then on the bench, like I said, I'd actually go, like you boys have said, Areola on the bench to be there if it all does tits up. But I'd actually have 4 kids and 4 senior or 5 kids and 3 senior. But I'd definitely find a way of getting the likes of Orford and Skulls if he's fit enough again, and a couple of the others in onto that bench, and then obviously you can have your likes of Rice, Bowen, Ings, I don't know, maybe not even Ings, Rice, Bowen, and then maybe a Gerd and Zuma. So then you've got 2 stronger defenders to be able to step in if we end up with a ricket out of Kara or something happens to Oggy. At least then we've got someone on the bench that can step in. But again,
and Bamba turned 18 in October.
The only time, fuck me, I feel old.
Feel old.
Shut up, you.
2004 he was born. 2004 he was born.
Oh, don't. So 1965 might be a bit before that then.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. But like you said, Steve, regardless of the way the 3 of us would set up tonight, it really doesn't matter unless the tactical game management is put in place, that we press high. The reason I went for a 4-2-4, or it's essentially a 4-2-4, but it's 4-2-2-2, would be that the 2 centre forwards take the 2 centre backs, the 2 wider players take their left and right back, our 2 midfielders pick up their 2 midfielders, and our left and right back pick up their left and right wingers. And what that does is, if we can press high enough, and i.e. have a man each, not necessarily like when I watched Ings on Sunday, when I've watched Antonio against Larnaca in the first half last week, he's the centre forward is chasing the 2 centre backs on his own. It makes it easier for them to pass out. It makes it easier for the goalkeeper to make a pass out to one man, because there's always someone free. Whereas if you turn around and go to Cornet and Benrahma, you'll go when we don't have the ball, you are as close to their left and right back as you can possibly get without them running off of you, okay, and running in behind. Same with Skamaka and Mubama. You get up on their 2 centre-backs and don't give them anywhere to be able to pass it left or right. And then you say to Fornals and Lanzini, you get up on their 2 midfielders. Don't give them an out ball. Then what they've got to do is they've got to hump it. They've got to hoof that ball forward. We can then win the first header, we reclaim the second ball, and we start again. And we put the pressure on. And because we're putting so much pressure higher up the pitch, they're sitting deeper. So the chances of someone like Cornet running into an offside position is going to be significantly less as what he has been, because they're going to be sitting so deep, because we're pressing so high up. I want to see us starting to press within 5 yards of their box.
Well,
so 25 yards outside off their goal line is where we start to press, rather than letting them get within 25 yards of our goal line before we really start to engage. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I tell you what, it's a lovely idea, but you're up against the mentality of Moyes. I mean, allegedly, this is what Deck threw his water bottle down for. I've read that when he came over to chat to Moyes said to him, just keep the score as low as possible. Now, hang on a minute. What chance have you got if your attitude is keep the score low? No, we need points, Mr. Moyes, basic maths. And the other thing I think, and this is just a personal thought, the reason why we haven't got rid of Moyes is, if you remember, when he came to sign his contract, he was dragging his heels. I bet you there's some penalty clause, big penalty clause for West Ham if they sack him after early. I reckon.
Well, listen, I wouldn't be surprised, but then you've also, if he's done that, then we needed to have been bloody clever ourselves and dropped something in that says that if he only wins 9 games in a fucking calendar year, that he needs to be out on his fucking ear roll, because it's embarrassing.
I think, there's also this conspiracy theory that he knows he's gone at the end of the season, so he wants to win the European trophy and has given up on the league. I can't see that, because you can win whatever you like in terms of trophies. It will significantly affect his next job if he gets a relegation on his CV.
But I don't.
He gets
This could be
job.
his last job. This could be
I
his
don't
last
think
job.
he gets the next job. Yeah,
He'll get
He
something.
can afford to.
He'll get something. Somebody will be desperate, need some firefighting. He'll go in for that if he wants it.
I don't think he's a. See, I say I don't think he's a firefighting manager, but he came into us for that reason, didn't he? Let's be honest. That was the reason he joined West Ham in the first place. Was after the Pellegrini and the Bilic, or no, the Bilic and then the Pellegrini bullshit. I mean, like I say, if we don't set up right, it makes no difference, Andy, does it? I mean, if we're going to be sitting so deep, it makes absolutely no difference to what we try and do. Give us just before we start to wrap up. Then, obviously, we're 20 minutes in. Just quickly, we had a favour last night. The two teams in and around us obviously both lost. Brentford beat Southampton and Palace lost to Brighton, so that did us a big favour yesterday. So that's obviously we now go into the 2nd of April, which is obviously our next league game. Actually in better fettle.
At home to Southampton as well.
At home to Southampton, but in better fettle because they've now played 27 games. We've still only played 26. So by the time we play Southampton, they're
playing this week. They're playing this weekend
as well. So then we'll still be on 26, and they would have played 28. And then by the time we play them, they're on.
They've got Spurs as well. They've got Spurs the weekend.
Yeah. So again, this could do us a huge favour, as I said in the video with you boys the other day. As long as we can pick up a better result than 3 teams in and around us in our remaining games, then that will help us stay up. And it started yesterday with those 2 teams picking up losses. Obviously, we don't have a game this weekend because City are still in the FA Cup. City are in the FA Cup, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got. But I'll just quickly read them out. So Friday night, big game. Nottingham Forest have got Newcastle.
So we need Newcastle. Newcastle will take 3 there. Yeah.
Aston Villa's got Bournemouth. You fancy Bournemouth are shit from away from home.
They're shit, but they still beat Liverpool, so we can't.
Yeah, no. But I mean, away from home, they're shit.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that. But again, they're still going to be on that high.
Brentford's got Leicester. They're chasing Europe, so you'd fancy Brentford.
So you fancy Brentford, yeah.
Southampton host Spurs. You fancy Spurs really?
Bank them off the park, yeah.
Wolves Leeds. You'd want to draw in that. Really.
Draw would be a cracking result for us. Yes.
Yeah. Chelsea's got Everton, so you want Chelsea.
Chelsea, as much as it pains me.
Yeah, and Arsenal host Palace at home.
Right.
So other than the 2 teams facing off, what was it, Wolves and Leeds? So other than that, the others have got difficult games. So again,
even a Wolves win wouldn't be too bad. No, I don't think Wolves will go.
No, they wouldn't be out of reach. I think the good thing for us is with everyone playing, it then gives us 1 or 2 games in hand on those around us. So it gives us a little bit more knowledge of what we've got to do. Do you know what I mean? So
here's the bizarre scenario. If Wolves beat Leeds, okay, if the bottom 3 lose, Wolves beat Leeds and Leicester lose by more than 1 goal, we'll go up a place without playing.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I turned around and said the other day, if everything goes to plan at the weekend and we beat Southampton on the way back, we can actually go up to 13th place, 12th place.
Yeah.
Just off of the back of a 1 win and teams around us having an absolute mare. So right now it's not all as doom and gloom as people have been making out. But I'm also saying that we still got to pick up those points. We still got to be better than 3 teams around us, and that's all it boils down to for me. So it's not all doom and gloom, but we just need to make sure that we're focused. I've got to wrap it up, boys. Andy, any last thoughts from you before we go call it a day and meet up with each other later?
No, I think it will be convincing, if I'm being perfectly honest. I just had a look at Mbama's stats. Is very good. He's played scored 21 goals, I think, in all for under 21s and under 18. So maybe Ings, like you said, what you're saying, I think maybe he will get the nod, depending. I'm looking forward to the game. I reckon it depends. If we start early, it could be however much we want it to be. But I know you boys mentioned it yesterday. It depends. Like you said, if only like 25,000 are there, then we've got the atmosphere could be shit, and they might not be up for it. But that shouldn't affect them. That shouldn't affect them.
It shouldn't affect them at all. So score from you, Andy. Give us a
4-0.
4-0 to Mighty Irons, I'm guessing.
No, Larnaca.
Steve, your final thoughts and your score prediction?
Final thoughts. If we don't win it, I'll be, well, what can you say if we actually go out tonight? And of course, the ball will bat noise if we do. Final prediction, I reckon we'll win 2-0 purely and simply because they'll get 2 and then just mark time.
Yeah, I'll get that. I actually went with 4-0. I can actually see us being 4-0 up at half time, which would be a bonus for us, Andy, because they'll be attacking us in the first half, and we'll see the goals up close.
Well, just think, I've had that for 4 years.
Yeah, where they score all of it in the second half.
Yeah.
Boys, thank you very much for joining me. It's
Pleasure.
been my pleasure. As we said at the start, please like, comment, share. Leave your comment on your score predictions, guys. Let us know your what will be your favoured lineup, formation, etc. Leave them in the comments below. I will try and get back to every comment that is placed on the video. Gentlemen, just one last thing to say. Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.
And who else are we thanking, Andy?
Jesus.
He weren't sure then. Cheers, boys. I'll catch you later.
Cheers. Bye.
Thank you.